Trump as he wraps up his tour of Asia and is set to attend the East Asia Summit on this final leg of the journey. Terrell Forney is standing by in the newsroom with the latest on this trip. Terrell.
Well, Cheyenne, the president's lengthy trip to Asia is supposed to be centered on trade and talks of North Korea. But over the past few days, the trip has been overshadowed by more talks of Russia.
President Donald Trump is on his fifth and final stop for his marathon tour of Asia, arriving in the Philippines overnight. Just hours before, the president was in Vietnam, where he encountered a grand arrival ceremony at a historic place in Hanoi. Still, Trump is facing more questions about his latest talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Reporters asked the president directly whether he believes Putin, who insists Russia did not meddle in last year's election, or the U.S. intelligence community, which stands firm that Russia did.
I'm with our agencies. I believe in our intel agencies, our intelligence agencies.
Trump then added he wasn't going to argue with Putin in front of cameras over the matter.
What he believes is what he believes. What I believe is that we have to get to work.
President Trump is talking specifically about the U.S. and Russia cooperating with efforts tied to Syria and Ukraine, saying that Russia, as a tension-free, friendly ally, would be an asset to the United States and the world, and not a liability. The other big issue on the president's agenda, North Korea. The president has pledged to bring fire and fury and totally destroy that nation if it threatened the U.S. and its allies. But over the weekend, Trump tweeted that he's tried to be friends with Kim Jong-un and that it's possible that he could have a relationship with the leader of North Korea, saying that would be a good thing.
And the president did not mention how that relationship would develop, but on Twitter, he did question why Kim Jong-un would insult him by calling him old when he says he never called the dictator short and fat. We're live in the newsroom. I'm Terrell Forney, Local 10 News.